Hi, welcome to this video, which is all about how to trade Forex successfully for beginners. Now, in relation to trading Forex successfully, what we're going to be doing is looking at theory of market behavior, how and why Forex prices really move. And if you adopt the view of market behavior we're going to discuss in this video, you'll see how you can win at Forex trading, and you'll immediately get the right psychology. And by getting the right psychology, I mean you'll trade with discipline, you'll keep your emotions out your trading, you'll trade stress-free, you'll trade with confidence, with a deep inner conviction that you can make money longer term from the markets, and you'll learn how to trade your strategy holistically for maximum profit with the least amount of risk. It doesn't matter what strategy you use, it'll help you apply it in the right way. Now, in relation to this, I attended a seminar back in the early 90s. It was at the Chicago Board of Trade. It was mostly attended by floor traders. Now, these are guys highly successful, many of them earning millions of dollars a year. Why were they at the seminar? They wanted to improve the mental side of their trading. Now, in terms of trading itself, how much is mental, how much is strategy? I would say 80% of Forex trading success is down to the right mindset. Not only do we have to get the right mindset, we have to maintain it as well. That's why most of those guys, I think, attended the seminar. Now, the seminar was a discussion of a book, which was The Art of War, adapted for Forex trading, written in 500 BC. Now, Sun Tzu was a legendary Chinese general. He never lost a battle, and his tactics and his principles for winning were all laid out in The Art of War. Today, it's still required reading in just about every military academy in the world. It's also taught in business schools because the principles in The Art of War are applicable to helping you win in any business. And Forex trading, let's face it, is a business. Now, in relation to Sun Tzu, I also want to discuss another legendary Chinese figure with him, in terms of getting the right mindset. His name is Lao Tzu. Sun Tzu gives you tactics for success. Lao Tzu, big influence on Sun Tzu. And Lao Tzu can teach you a lot about really not just getting the right psychology, but maintaining it at all times. So we're going to discuss the two figures together. I've done them in separate videos before. In this video, I want to go through their teachings combined. Now, what I want to do first of all, before we look at some key tips in terms of achieving trading success, I just want to go through the three key principles from The Art of War. I'm just going to show them on a quick clip. Now, you might think, they look simple. They're deceptively simple. They need a little bit more discussion on how you apply them in terms of trading. So, right, we're just going to look at this quick clip, and then we'll be back to discuss in more detail.
Sun Tzu must now make good on his promise to train a force of 30,000 to fight an army 10 times larger. The strategies and tactics he uses in this showdown become the foundation of his masterwork, The Art of War. Sun Tzu writes The Art of War around 500 BC. The book is written on vertical bamboo strips, each the length of a chopstick. Each strip contains 15 to 25 Chinese characters. The strips are then painstakingly stitched together. Inside the 13 chapters of The Art of War lie the secrets to success.
Basically, if you understand the art of war and the principles in it, you can predict how wars or battles will turn out.
The Art of War is filled with many important insights, but there are three key principles that stand out and unify Sun Tzu's philosophy. Sun Tzu says, know your enemy and know yourself, and in 100 battles, you will never be in peril. In the art of war, understanding your opponent is crucial to victory. Sun Tzu says to win 100 battles is not the height of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is. Fighting costs lives and money. Sun Tzu prizes the general who can outwit instead of outfight his opponent. Sun Tzu says, avoid what is strong, attack what is weak. Throughout history, armies fight head-to-head on the battlefield to show their strength and courage. But Sun Tzu doesn't care about glory. He only wants to win.
While each of these principles is important, think of them as cords in a strong rope. Individually, they may be strong, but when you put them together and use them holistically, they're unbreakable.
Right, just a quick intro. Obviously, there's three principles from the Art of War, which we'll discuss in a little bit more detail in a moment. I also want to discuss here a basic mistake traders make in terms of what they believe about Forex price movement. I'm going to go through how to basically trade with discipline by understanding the thoughts of Lao Tzu, and then obviously we'll go through Sun Tzu's 3 key points in a little bit more detail. Then I'm going to finish up the video with 20 trading tips in the form of quotes from both Lao Tzu and Sun Tzu. They're all related to Forex trading success, a specific tip. If you've traded Forex, you'll understand the wisdom in the quotes already. If you haven't traded yet, learn the wisdom, because the wisdom in the quotes can just simply help you become a consistently profitable Forex trader. And let's start first of all with a quote. It's not from a Chinese philosopher, it's from a legendary trader, Paul Tudor Jones. Forex trading is simply a reflection of life. It is. Now, life is chaos, isn't it? It's uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen next. We just respond to life. Okay, we don't try and predict what's going to happen in the future. We respond. But how many traders accept this in the Forex markets? A huge amount don't. They believe there's order in the Forex markets, constantly looking for repetitive patterns or developing complex strategies to predict what might happen next. It's all a waste of time. Forex markets, like life, chaotic. Humans make a Forex market price. We can't predict what humans are going to do. So it's chaos. There's no order. However, we know that if we respond in the right way to Forex markets, we've got a simple strategy, we can win. Okay. Now, in terms of Lao Tzu, in terms of his thinking of human nature and how you should act in life, it's a great way of thinking in terms of how you should trade Forex. Now, in terms of what he says, people have desires and free will. I think most people would agree with that. And I think most people would agree with people are able to alter their own nature. We can alter our mindset or our psychology if we want. Now, he says many people act unnaturally. Resistance to the natural flow of life is futile. Well, I think anyone who's ever traded Forex will tell you that resistance to Forex price movement is not a good idea. You're going to lose money, okay? What you have to do is think in terms of what Lao Tzu says next, which is the best way to deal with life and Forex trading is to return to a natural state. Now, what does he mean by that? He means self-knowledge is the key to success in life. He actually makes a point. Technology is not bad, but it can obscure reality and give a false sense of progress. Now, he wrote that thousands of years ago. It's very true if you think about Forex markets. Technology isn't bad. Technology enriches our lives in many areas, but in Forex trading, it tends to obscure reality. It does. Traders, you'll see them sitting around with 4 or 5 quote screens on YouTube talking about complicated back testing, complicated strategies. They can prove they work going backwards. The computer can prove anything in hindsight. But in reality, what happens? Forex markets never evolve in exactly the same way. And, the advanced trading strategies fail, so do the pretty patterns, okay? So technology is of limited use. If it was of let's say it was a lot of use in Forex trading, the number of winners would have increased over a period of time. The number of winners is the same today as it was 100 years ago, so is the number of losers. And that statistic will never ever change. So the obvious conclusion is that simple is best, and really the key to success is understanding the constant in Forex trading, which is human psychology won't change. Traders who don't have self-knowledge will always lose. If you gain self-knowledge, you combine that with a simple system, you can win. Okay? Now, in terms of Wu Wei, I think this is a great way to think of how to trade Forex successfully. It's a central concept of the Tao in terms of the way Lao Tzu saw people leading their lives and being fulfilled. Okay? And in terms of Forex trading, it can fulfill you in terms it can help you make money if you take this mindset on board even. The Tao, he says, is multifaceted. It is. It can mean several things. Not doing anything, not forcing, acting spontaneously, effortless action and going with the flow. Now, let's relate these phrases to Forex trading. Not doing anything. How many Forex traders don't want to do anything? Most traders want to be doing things, okay? They want to be trading. They want to make money. So what they do is they try and force money from the markets. And that is not a good idea. If you try and trade for the sake of trading and making money, you'll just take low probability trades and lose. The best trade most of the time is no trade. And you should only enter the markets for a trade when the odds are heavily in your favour. Okay? Now, in terms of acting spontaneously and effortless action, all great Forex traders do this. You act decisively, you trust your instincts, and it's effortless. You don't make any effort when you're deciding whether to trade or whether you're deciding to come out on a stop loss or whatever. Often see traders think endlessly about doing a trade, they do lots of analysis and so forth. If it doesn't come to you quickly, is there a trade there? Are you trying to force a trade? Probably. You don't need to be thinking. You just basically need to react in the right way, and it should be effortless, and you need to be going with the flow. So, for example, if a trend is in your favour, stay with it. If the market strongly reverses against you, get out. You don't be standing in the way of Forex price action that basically you probably deep down know is going to take your position or hurt you. You don't stand in the way of it. You don't try and resist it. Just get out of the market, get out of the way. And I think the reason why traders have such a problem in doing the above is the overriding aim they have is to make money. That's all they want to do, make money. And the more the better, okay? Money is so important to people. But if you come in just wanting to make money, then you're going to have a real problem. We all want to make money, okay? But if that's just your only thought, your overriding reason for trading the markets, you're definitely going to do the wrong things and you're definitely going to lose. For example, you're not going to avoid resisting the markets. You won't want to take your losses. You want to stay with your opinion. Your ego is involved. You'll be wanting to force money from the markets, which means you'll be getting into bad trades, and you will not understand the concept of when is enough enough. Now, this is a real danger for Forex traders, and it's an underrated danger in my view. Once traders start making big money, they're never happy. They want more. They keep going, okay, wanting to make more and more money. And then eventually what happens? They get complacent, they're greedy, very often give back all their profits. A lot of occasions they'll give back even more. And on a high degree of occasions, they're going to wipe their accounts out. What you've got to keep in mind is mental control is there or has to be there in terms of controlling losses, waiting for the right time to trade as well, but also deciding when you've got enough. Now, in terms of if you're hungry, you eat a meal, you've satisfied your hunger. You don't eat another meal for the sake of it. Let's say you're a fisherman, you have a really good fishing run, you've got a great catch. You don't just continue fishing and fishing and fishing to get more fish, do you? You've got enough, and that's it. You return to port. I mean, maybe they're not the two best examples, but you probably get my point of what I mean. You've got to call an end to the game. When you've got profit that you're happy with, don't try and force more money from the markets. Take partial profits, protect what you've got, or even take the whole trade in and then basically move on to the next trade. You know, if you've achieved what you wanted, that's it. That's the aim of the exercise. You know, you've made money, really good money, and then you move on. A lot of traders don't like to get out the markets because they think, well, your trade could run on, I could have even made more money. Well, you could, but if you got enough in relation to what you set out to get, you go with that. So it's discipline in terms of taking and protecting profits. Okay. Now, in terms of Sun Tzu's first key principle, know your enemy and yourself, and you'll never be in peril. Well, what you know about your enemy, which is the majority of Forex traders, is basically they're all powerful when they're together, of course, okay? But you know that they've all got the wrong psychology, or the majority have got the wrong psychology. So you can, first of all, avoid the temptation to fight for the sake of fighting or staying in the market against price action. You know you'll get your opportunity to make money because you can exploit the psychology of the majority of traders, and you will have self-knowledge and self-control. Now, in terms of this point, it doesn't mean, from Sun Tzu, that you'll never lose or anything like that. It just means you'll never be in peril. Okay, you'll basically, but in war terms, basically avoid death. In Forex trading, if you keep this point in mind, you'll avoid the death of your trading account. Now, to win 100 battles is not the height of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is. In terms of Forex trading, this point we've just covered really, which is you don't want to be fighting for the sake of fighting, forcing, trying to force profits from the markets or resisting. You avoid fighting. In terms of the clever general, he's going to avoid fighting unless he can win or has got a good chance of winning. So you can actually subdue the enemy without fighting, so to speak, in terms of you can make money from the Forex markets without fighting for the sake of fighting, if that makes sense. Right, now, avoid what is strong, attack what is weak. Well, we know what is strong. When Forex price action is against us, okay, and we know we're wrong, we don't try and impose our opinion, we just get out the way. And also, we don't do things, let's say, for example, like hit a bull trend, a really strong bull trend head on, because it'll just smash us to pieces, okay? We need some confirmation, okay, that there was a turning point. What you want to do is attack what is weak. One of my favourite ways in Forex trading is what I'd call a flanking attack. You know that traders are greedy, they're fearful, so they'll always push trends too far to the upside, too far to the downside. You look for exhaustion of that trend, and you're hitting a weak point. The trend is probably exhausted, you hit, and the odds, if you do it correctly, are on your side of making a good amount of money or a lot of money against a relatively low risk. Another weak point for me would be, let's say you've got a chart, tight sideways action, top or the bottom of that range are weak. So as soon as price action takes out support or resistance, we've got low volatility, it means the fundamental supply and demand systems, fundamentals have already changed, gone through resistance or support. So if you've gone through a weak area, you can then basically put your trade in and look for the continuation, okay? of the trade. Okay, just a couple of examples, there's plenty more. Now, in terms of fighting, Sun Tzu makes the point that soldiers are trying to prove their courage, they're looking for glory. That's why they lose. Sun Tzu only cares about winning, nothing else. And by winning, he means winning the war, not just by winning individual battles. You have to keep that in mind. It's not about, scoring some quick, glorious victory or, going for a trade time and time again, fighting head on, which would be the equivalent of courage in the Forex markets. It's about winning. And in terms of winning, basically, all you want to do is forget about your ego and basically focus on self-knowledge, keeping things simple, accepting your losses, okay? Cheerfully, for want of a better word, running your profits and focusing on the long term, okay? And, a lot of traders don't do that. They will not see Forex trading as a kind of boring, frustrating, long-term business, which it is. The real reward comes longer term in terms of money. Okay, the actual process can be quite boring and frustrating. You've got to forget your ego, etc., etc. Now, this is a very quick summary. I think if you keep these points in mind when you're trading Forex, you can enjoy trading success. You have the right psychology, the right attitude to winning. Now I'm going to finish up with my 20 tips from Lao Tzu and Sun Tzu. I'm going to basically start with Lao Tzu and his concept of self-knowledge. Then as soon as you see the word preparation, that will lead into Sun Tzu's thinking and his tactics for achieving success, which you can use in Forex trading. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, take care, and have a good day.